Alright, well, first thing you need for using the trainer is Cheat Engine 6.6, and once you have this file, this is the file you download for the trainer, you need to extract this one and this one too on the Cheat Engine main folder. In this case I already have them, so it's not a big deal, it's the same thing. And yeah, once you do that, next step is just opening the trainer, wherever you have it, and well, we're on the trainer now. So let's see, the first thing is, the first box is instructions. Good luck on practice and testing the default commands and the default command for warps in the second box. And then you have these boxes: custom, data view, commands, and tool. And this one in the top, you can choose the character you want to try. And here the trainer recognizes the version you're running. This trainer works in 1.21 and in 1.20, so it's useful for Mila. And alright, going to the custom box. The custom box is first the checkpoint frame. In the zip you download, you have a frame reference. This is the screen. So for example, if you want to start in Battle Glacier in Absolution screen, you can set the checkpoint frame 62 and the metal shield with lilac and chosen values, and F1 is the key by default. So we are here, and you can practice this. And the same is for every screen in the game. You have to just set the frame in the box. Well, no need to show more than this. First, probably this is the thing you have to do first. Here's the part with commands, when you set your own hotkeys. In this case, the default keys are here. I have my own warp file, but I'll show you how to create your own. So, for example, if you want to change the hotkey for the Drown Valley, clear here and set, for example, T. And then when you press T, you are in Drown Valley. Go skip. And same you can do for each one. So let's get back. And if you want to save your own file, just save keys values file, and you can save where you want the file with your hotkeys, and load for loading. In this case, I'll load my file. In my file I have other functions, another order. So if you want to start in a different position, for example, let's check again in Battle Glacier, but this time I'll finish the fight because I want to set the custom checkpoint just before the zip. Okay, not always works. Oh, for example, here, you want to check the checkpoint here, you can go to current state, and it will always start in the same place. And another interesting thing is unlock inputs on open warp. If you activate this option, it loads immediately, and you don't have to wait. So I will show you another interesting thing. Now is the data view. In the data view, you can start the data view and you can see your position, your horizontal position, your vertical position, your horizontal speed and vertical speed. So if, for example, this is good, I know I'm already in the good pixel. 64 is the correct pixel for this zip. And as you can check, you can see how the speed values are changing. So it's very useful for testing and practice. So I'm in the correct pixel again, as you can see. Well, that was a nice drop input. And if I pause the game here, as you can see in the data view, I'm on 12 pixel per frame speed. So don't forget you can. Oh, right, this is another thing. You can set the checkpoints at the beginning of the frame. I'll finish the frame, this screen. Remember, frame means screen. For example, if I now set the current checkpoint at this state, I'll start from this point, but I can do that on the beginning of the screen, so I start exactly in the beginning of the screen. And remember, you can set the beginning of the screen with fire shield, for example. This is the health of the shield: 2 hits, 1 hit, 3 hits. And beginning of the current frame, and I start the frame with fire shield. So it's very easy. With this you can practice everything. Maybe you are wondering what about cycles. I'll go on that later. Now the tool. The tool is probably the most amazing part. I'm not explaining this with complete detail, but the tool is for the task. And to do this, the first thing you need is creating input files. And the task tool, the thing it does is reading the input files. So in this case, I use Notepad++ to create my input files. For example, this one is Pango Lagoon intro, and then you can play input file and select the file. The file is in txt format, and you can't use it in another extension. And here we go. So how exactly this works? Well, battle glitch music. This is for Pango Lagoon intro, but it's the thing, the restart is too early. I have to work on this. I was testing with more dives there, but only with one is faster for now. So how it works exactly? In the input files you have to make, there are instructions for this in the zip. First you need a header, the header with for example, character lilac. It's important not capping this. If you do this, the trainer won't read the line. So difficulty normal, warp, and in this case is from where is starting the input file. So this is exactly the frame 50 at 00 because it's the beginning of the level. But you can use different coordinates. Remember, in the trainer, in custom, you can check with set checkpoint at current state, just to check if your position is the exact checkpoint position, and set it, and just only have to type those numbers where it says 0 and 0. For example, let me check if I have. For example, this one, Pang Lagoon second screen exit, I have these coordinates for the beginning. I'll reproduce that one. Change file for changing the file exactly. I'm looking for this one, and as you can see, it starts from a different point. So, okay, back to the seed is for RNG seeds. Global cycle is for global cycles, and there is an advanced data view here in the trainer. I'm not sure if it's no, I need a capture for this. Window capture. Alright, here. This is the advanced data view. You can open it by clicking here, and then you have all this info. And here is, for example, the RNG value you need. And let me check global cycle. Global cycle here. Here is the global cycle, the second line. So you can use this one to check. Alright, to check the global cycle and use it in the header. Unlock false or true is the same thing in the trainer. Back to the trainer in custom. This is so simple: false, true. So if you want to unlock the inputs, is true the command you need, and false, otherwise. And then in the header it says inputs. But if, for example, you want to start with the shield, you have to put shield and different values. First one is for the kind of shield. For example, water shield, if I remember, is 4, and health is the next value, 2. So for example, if I change this one and again to the tool, change file because I'm using the other one. So I'm starting with water shield with 2 heals. Or for example, 5 is, well, I'm not sure which one is. Air shield, okay. And I use the pause key. You can set hotkeys for this. It's in commands. I use J for start playback and K for pause. So okay, let's keep this running. I don't care. The next thing you need is the inputs. And now in the inputs, the first line, for example, is 8 zeros. Each 0 is an input, so, and each line is a frame. The first one is up, second is down, left, right, jump, attack, special, and pause. So for example, as you can see, those frames are because the unlock input is false, and the first jump is in the frame 169, so it starts here, and you can see in the toolbox, let's back, pause at frame 243, and here this number is exactly the line in the input file, so it's stopping exactly here. This is the line it's reading right now, so you can use another, for example, to pause this in the same place, you can type pause here and save the file, and when you reproduce it again, it will pause automatically there. And frame advance is exactly moving 1 frame. Is very good for calculating exact frames for things. Extend counter means because when this reads every frame, it finish reading frames when your input file is finished, so it's still counting frames, so you can take the look to the frame you are right now. I suck at this. I think it's better if I show it. Okay, forgot the pause there. In some point it will stop reading input. And now it finishes reading lines. But if you use the extended counter, I forgot that pause there. I'm actually letting it. And why it stopped? Well, thing is, even when it finished reading, as you can see, it's still counting frames. So you can take an accurate notion about the frames you need to stop for an action, and it'll never stop counting. So basically this is it. I don't know if right, you can, this is important, you can actually make this faster. Very useful for tasking actually, because you can, if I'm for example trying working those dives, I can just reproduce the file. Alright, I forgot something. You can check the here. You can set hotkeys for this. I set I for this and you for this.
What's wrong?
And now, when I'm getting close to the part I want to work, for example here, I can slow down the game again, and I'm pausing manually with K here, and then I can check, for example, the frame I am right now to work on the input file and try to add another input here. So I think that's it for now. And you can manually pause at the frame you want, for example 60, no, that's too 400. And if you do that, exactly, the game will pause at that frame. This is another pause, actually. Oh wait, that was actually the one. Well, so that's it. Have fun and practice.